Hello everyone, this is Shikha Soni from St. GS Medical College, Mumbai. Today we will be learning the topic Hepatitis B virus serology. So before we actually dive into the topic, we need to know the structure of the Hepatitis B virus. Hepatitis B virus is an enveloped virus, as you can see it here. Inside the envelope lies the nucleocapsid, and that protects within itself the partially double-stranded DNA of the Hepatitis B virus. Hepatitis B virus can cause both acute as well as chronic infection and is transmitted via sex, blood and perinatally. So what do we actually look for during the serology? The antigens, the DNA and the antibodies. The various parameters that we shall be studying in the various phases shall be taken at the later half of this video. So let us begin with the antigens and then move on to the antibodies that we encounter. So what is the antigen? The first one is the Hepatitis B virus surface antigen, also called as HBsAg. Now where is this present? This is present over on the envelope here. Here on the envelope lies the surface antigen. What does it denote? It means you have been infected. The fact that you are infected means that you shall have Hepatitis B virus surface antigen in your serum. The next we have is the Hepatitis B virus envelope antigen or the HBeAg. This antigen denotes increased infectivity, cell-to-cell infectivity has increased, or that the replicating potential of the virus has increased. Only then we shall have its rising titers. What I said is increased infectivity and increased replication, right? Next, also this Hepatitis B virus E antigen is the one present between the envelope and the capsid. Remember, it's the envelope antigen, but it's not present on the envelope. It's between the envelope and the capsid. Okay, so further we move on with the Hepatitis B virus core antigen. Now this is present over on the nucleocapsid. But this antigen is not the one that we measure. So what do we measure? We measure antibodies against it. The anti-Hepatitis B virus C antibodies. We shall come at them. So here we have the Hepatitis B virus DNA. The other antigen, we can consider it to be another antigen that we look for, and that denotes increased replication of the virus. Next we have is the anti-Hepatitis B virus surface antibody against the Hepatitis B virus surface antigen. Now this is the one that takes the last, it forms almost 6 months later, and the formation of this shall indicate that you are completely recovered, or the fact that you are vaccinized, that you are immunized against this infection means recovered, means that you have HBs antibody within your serum. The next we have is the anti-Hepatitis B virus C antibody. Now this antibody is the one that actually fights the infection, though it cannot help you to recover from the infection. It will keep on fighting and reducing the titers of all these antigens and all the DNA that you have within your serum. But it won't be able to help you recover from the infection. So in the acute phase, it shall be of the IgM type. And in the chronic phase, it shall be of the IgG type. And the last that you have is the anti-Hepatitis B E, or the envelope antibody. And now this antibody is the one formed against the envelope antigen, and should be formed only when you have the decreased infectivity or decreased replicating potential. Correct? So further on we will be looking at all these different antigens, DNA and antibody in the various phases of the disease. So we will first have to see how the disease progresses. So first there is an acute phase. Then it progresses into a window period, when all the antigen titer has gone down. After this, there are two ways that the disease can progress into. Either it could remain into a chronic phase, or it could get completely recovered. Now in chronic phase, the virus could be either in a replicating phase or it could be in a non-replicating phase. In a replicating phase, it would persist on for decades together, whereas in a non-replicating phase, it would be not replicating but still would persist within your body. So let us now look at all these 6 antigen and antibody parameters that we have amongst all these different phases. So first we have the acute phase. Now it means that you are infected with the virus. Remember I said that this antigen will be present if you are infected. So this shall be a positive. Moving further, because you have been inoculated with the virus, again this antigen would also be positive and the hepatitis B virus DNA would also be positive because you have been infected with the virus. Now, this anti-hepatitis B virus surface antibody, this shall not be positive right now because I said that this antibody shall be positive only and only if you are completely recovered from the infection, which is not the case in the acute phase. So this shall be a negative. Now, the anti-hepatitis B virus core antibody. Now, this is the one which is actually fighting the infection. So, this shall be a positive. And in the acute phase, it shall be of the IgM type. And the anti-hepatitis B virus E antibody, I said, should be not considered before the chronic phase. Let us now go into the window phase. So, this antibody, the anti-hepatitis B virus core antibody, which was formed as a workaholic antibody and was fighting against all these antigens and the DNA of the virus so as to reduce its titers. And finally, after this acute phase, it comes to a period of window which is of approximately 3 to 4 months, wherein the anti-hepatitis B virus C antibodies actually decrease these titers of the antigens and the DNA to levels which are not detected. Hence, this shall stand a negative. Now, by the window period, the anti-hepatitis B virus surface antibody is not formed to levels that we can detect it. I said that it shall be formed only when there is complete recovery, which is not the case in the window period. So, as of now, it is also negative. But now your anti-hepatitis B virus C antibody, after months of rigorously reducing these titers, has now transformed into a transition zone of the IgM and the IgG types. So here you have both IgM as well as the IgG types. Again, let's not keep this applicable for this phase. Now the recovery phase. This recovery phase means that you have actually decreased and removed all these antigens and the DNA completely. You have been recovered. You have removed all these antigens and antibody and the viral DNA from your body completely. So these are a negative. Now, because you're recovered, this is a positive. Finally, the anti-hepatitis B virus surface antibody has appeared and denotes that you have completely recovered from the infection. And this anti-hepatitis B virus C antibody now stands at the IgG type, which means that it shall persist for decades together and denotes that you have had a past infection of the hepatitis B virus and that you stand immunized. Again, this is not applicable right now. Moving further, we have the immunized as a special condition to be considered. Remember, the hepatitis B virus vaccine is the subunit vaccine. So, you inject just the hepatitis B virus surface antigen. You don't inject the entire viral particle. You inject just the hepatitis B virus surface antigen. And if you have been completely vaccinated, the fact that you are immunized means that you have removed the entire titer of the hepatitis B virus surface antigen that was inoculated in you. So this should stand a negative. Now these have not been injected, so they're out of question. And you have formed anti-hepatitis B virus surface antibody. Remember, it was the last one to be formed, I said. It's formed only when you're recovered. And that you are immunized means that you have formed this entirely and hence you have removed the titers of the hepatitis B virus surface antigen that was inoculated in you. So this stands at a positive. Others are not of question because we have not inoculated any of these other antigens or the DNA. Okay? So now moving forward with the two special cases in the chronic phase, the replicating and the non-replicating phase. So now the chronic replicating phase, it means you're infected, right? So this is positive, correct? Because you're replicating. I said increased replication means that your hepatitis B virus E antigen is a positive. Okay, so this stands at a positive here. Now, your hepatitis B virus DNA. Remember, what is replication? Replication is the increased amount of chromosomes and the increased amount of cytoplasmic organelles. So that means your hepatitis B virus DNA shall be positive, or in fact, I can say it is increasing. Correct? Now, because it's a chronic phase and the fact that you have not recovered means that the anti-hepatitis B virus surface antibody shall stand at a negative. Now, this workaholic guy, it was always present. It is trying to still defend your body from all these rising titers of all these antigens, which means it's again a positive. But now in the chronic phase, it shall stand of the IgG type, correct? And now, it's replicating. Means the replicating potential or the infectivity is increasing, right? So, you wouldn't have the anti-hepatitis B virus E antibody. Because I said this should be formed only when you have decreased infectivity or decreased replication, which has not yet occurred. So it's a negative. The last case that we have is the chronic or the non-replicating phase. The non-replicating phase in the chronic phase. So that here, because you're infected, you should have this as a positive. But because you are non-replicating, the fact that your infectivity or your replicating potential has decreased means that this shall be a negative right now. Finally, it has got to a negative. Now, because your hepatitis B virus DNA it's non-replicating phase, so it shall be also a negative, or we can say it shall be low. And the anti-hepatitis B virus surface antibody still hasn't formed. That is why you are in the chronic phase. You are still in the chronic phase. The virus is still persisting in your body because you are not recovered, and this still stands at a negative. And the anti-hepatitis B virus C antibody, now this, as always, is working and working continuously to decrease the titers, but is not successful yet. It needs the help of hepatitis B virus surface antibody. Until and unless this is formed, this can just fight the infection but not recover you. And now it's the non-replicating phase. Finally, this has got its applicability. Because it's in a non-replicating phase, how has it become non-replicating? How has the replication stopped or paused? It is because the anti-hepatitis B virus E antibody has finally appeared. I said that it will be formed only when the infectivity has decreased or when the replicating potential has gone down, and that is when it comes to the non-replicating phase. Here, finally, your anti-hepatitis B virus E antibody is the one that is formed. So I hope this helps you and that I was successful in making you learn all these titers. Following will be the graph put at the end of my video as to the decreasing and the rising titers of all these antigens and antibodies during the course of the disease. Thank you so much.